Today, as the moon goes into Taurus, we have an invitation, maybe a welcome invitation to begin focusing on stability, routine, sustainability, and bringing things into some sort of normal, even if it's a new normal. Hi there, I'm Marina Ormes, the founder of Astrology Heals at astrologyheals.com. And I'm here today with your Astro Vibe for Wednesday, May 17th. And as I mentioned, we do have the moon going into Taurus in the morning. Depends on your time zone exactly when it shifts from Aries to Taurus. But we've had the moon in Aries for the last couple of days. And I've been talking about what that means. We are also completing some Aries energy as we head into Friday's new moon in Taurus. And we've had the last two moon cycles beginning with a new moon in Aries. So lots of Aries moon energy. We've also had Jupiter in Aries. So that energy of the warrior that Aries brings, that energy of needing to act, to move, to do, to try things, to take action. And it sometimes makes us, well, you can think of it as acting spontaneously, or you can think of it as acting impulsively, and maybe some reactivity in there as well. And of course, with Mars in Cancer, we have also had that energy of Aries having an emotional quality to it. So some heightened emotions, some emotional reactivity, and some acting impulsively, perhaps from our emotions. So what's happening is now, and we had yesterday, Jupiter went into Taurus. So we're starting to have the planets all stacked up in Taurus now with the moon ingress into Taurus. We have now 5 planets in Taurus. The sun is there as well. So we've got the sun, Uranus, which stays in Taurus for quite a long time. Mercury, which has been in Taurus for a little bit longer than usual due to being retrograde for recent weeks, and Jupiter now in Taurus for where it will be for many months now, and then the moon is only there for 2 days, but it's adding to the party in Taurus. So, and of course it will, with the Friday new moon in Taurus, we'll have both the sun and the moon further activating these Taurus energies as they come together. The sun and the moon represent our heart and our mind. So the sun being more of our mind, our logical approach to the world, and the moon representing more of our heart and our emotional and felt approach to the world. So during a new moon, the sun and the moon come together, and our heart and mind come together to learn from each other, right? To merge and to kind of absorb one another's qualities. And then from that point throughout the moon cycle, they move apart, until they're fully, as far as they get apart from each other at the full moon. Okay, so with 5 planets in Taurus, we have what may feel like a welcome invitation to restore some feeling of stability. And so what has been the theme of the past 2 months, and really, a bigger picture of the times that we're in historically, times of change, and many ways we can and have explored that, and will continue to. But with this abundance of Taurus energy, and abundance is a great keyword for Jupiter, and so Jupiter in Taurus, we have this invitation to bring our focus down to earth, to getting grounded, to finding and establishing routines, a feeling of stability, something that feels like normal, even if it is a new normal. So Taurus also focuses on resources, which can include money. It can also include any kind of physical resources, things, stuff, our bodies. So the way that we take care of our bodies, so focusing on nutrition and good care for our bodies, the rest that we need, and all the ways that we need to take care of our bodies. So focus on that, as well as a focus on anything that we value, anything that has a physical existence in the world that is of tangible value to us. So things we own, things we have, things we want, all of that. And okay, so this energy of Jupiter going into Taurus is significant. It's significant that it's happening right before the Taurus new moon. So first of all, Jupiter is bringing that feeling of expansion, abundance. So it's an opportunity to open ourselves to a feeling of abundance in terms of stuff, in terms of resources. And again, nothing is given, right? There can also be feelings of excess, dealing with themes of what does abundance mean to us? Does it bring up feelings of lack? Does it bring up a need to hoard, or feel that need to scavenge, to do the things that we're feel like we need to store up or save up for future losses. So with Jupiter in Taurus, we want to focus on those positive qualities. So in other words, what does it feel like in your body to be taken care of, to feel that feeling of abundance, to know that your physical needs are met and your physical resources are plentiful, and that things are there as you need them. And so that's very different from needing to have too much, right? Needing to have more and more and more and more because you never feel like you have enough. And so that is true of the way we take care of our bodies as well, whether that's being careful about not overindulging in eating and recognizing what feels like enough to you. And again, if you have issues in that area, just contemplating, what does it feel like to be loving toward yourself in that area, to not go into a feeling of lack or overwhelm. And instead to recognize there is enough here. I am full. I am abundant. I am cared for. My body has what it needs. And when we can step into and embody that feeling, we can really work with that Jupiter and Taurus energy to feel the abundance that the earth has to offer, and especially for us to receive, right? When we can receive through our senses the pleasure that the things we have bring us, whether that's listening to some beautiful music, or whether that is eating something delicious and really taking in the experience of pleasure that it brings to you, the flavor, the aromas, the temperature, just whatever it is about your food that feels like it is feeding you, nourishing you on deep levels, on multiple levels. And that is going to be, again, much more than, much more serving and feeding you than just eating too much because you're afraid that there won't be enough. And that can be very unconscious for many of us. We're afraid that what we have today won't be there tomorrow. So we need to either eat more or consume more or buy more or whatever it is, so that we feel like somehow we're heading off feeling that lack in the future. So the antidote to that is to experience abundance in the present moment, to experience through your senses the pleasure, the beauty, the value that things bring to you. So practicing gratitude, practicing experiencing and receiving beauty, pleasure, abundance, those are the things that are truly the gifts that the earth bringing us. So that is some of what we're connecting with as we shift into greater Taurus energy. So Jupiter in Taurus is going to bring this as a background theme for the next year. The new moon in Taurus on Friday is going to plant the seeds for a moon cycle, the next coming month that will be where we'll be exploring those Taurus issues and learning how to connect with our bodies and the earth and the ability to experience pleasure and receive abundance, receive gifts that the world around us brings. So lots of Taurus energy, and also this energy is bringing us into a place of thinking more about comfort, more about sustainability, more about stability and routine, and kind of like relaxing and resting in something that can have a little bit more of a feeling of comfort as maybe a welcome respite from a lot of change, a lot of activity, a lot of, feeling the pressure and the stress and the, gotta change this, gotta do this. Like, it's exciting, but it also can be a lot. And so Taurus, this Taurus energy of this week and beyond is inviting us to take what we've been learning, to take what we've been putting into action, discovering through trying things and taking risks, and taking that and going, okay, now we had that experience. Let's figure out what we've learned from it and let's implement that. Let's put it into something that we can now sustain. Taurus is a fixed sign. It is dealing more with maintenance. So how can we maintain some of the good things we've put in motion? How can we keep them going through implementation, through creating routines and daily habits and patterns that help us step into the new and the things we're learning and the things we're discovering and the things that we value with that wonderful Taurus energy. All right, so that's a lot for today. Thank you so much for being here. I am Marina Ormes. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. I've had some great videos about bigger picture stuff coming out on Sundays. So if you're looking for a little bit deeper dive into any of these topics, check out my Sunday videos. I had one on Mercury going direct last Sunday, and another one on Pluto going retrograde the Sunday before that. So check those out. Also, great information every day. You may check out anything you might have missed in recent days to help you get a greater sense of the context of the energies and what's going on, and how it helps you put things in your life into perspective and understand things a little bit better. All right. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing with me in the astrology for unshakable self-care. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for your comments and your likes. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.